Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson off by giving all honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect. All right, that are diligently pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Our peace and blessing be unto you and your household. All right. So, as brothers may know, and if you're in the know of what's going on here in Babylon the Great in terms or in regards to Texas, okay, and you know the ending of Title 42, okay, which pretty much allows all these migrants, okay, to come to America, okay, and all right, war. I must just start this off by saying war is in the air, man. Okay, you got wars that are taking place over there in, you know, the uttermost parts of the earth. Okay, Europe, the Middle East, okay, the Asian countries. All right, and here in America, man. You know, the Lord is about to send fire, okay, in the earth. All right. This place is done for, man. So they have, as of recently, there has been some support. Texas has gotten support from 25, I want to say either 24 or 25 different states that are supporting them in their cause. All right, you got the Biden administration, you know, pretty much telling them to stop putting up the wires, okay, the barbed wires, and Texas is not having it. And I'm gonna play a video, not this one, but I'm gonna play another video. But it was the governor, or the governor of Oklahoma, pretty much saying he's standing with Texas, and he makes a pretty good point as to why he's in support of Texas, and you know, so I'm gonna play that, and I'm gonna play this video too, and I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, just a couple. I don't intend on this being long, but Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. So here it goes.
Tell me, huh? Y'all was just gonna leave me in the dark, bro. I've been watching this whole Texas shit unfold, and I just heard about the 700,000 truckers going down there right now to seal up the border. Heard what Trump said, sending that.
You hear that? 700,000 truckers to go set up as a blockade. You see? So if it's 700,000 truckers, okay, I'm not a trucker, so I don't know how many are, you know, there are here in America in terms of, like, you know, goods and transporting and, you know, trade and all that stuff, but 700,000 seems excessive. Okay, so if 700,000 are doing that, who's gonna be taking the food to the stores? You know. So I'm gonna keep playing. Here we go.
National Guard down there. I see the 25 states that's saying they support Texas and want to help Texas seal up that border. This shit just got real, man. Oh boy, this shit just got real. Yep. Now I see why people keep saying civil war. It depends on what Biden does. We're on the verge of a world war. We're on the verge of something big happening in this country, something historic. I don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully they back down and our men and women don't be shooting at each other. I don't want to see that, man. That's bad. That's really bad to put on the world right now. Like,
I'm gonna stop right there. Because did you hear what he said? I'm gonna play it again.
You cannot play down. It depends on what Biden does. We're on the verge of a world war. We're on the verge of something big happening in this country, something historic. I don't know what it's going to be.
Something historic, something big is going to happen to this place. Okay, let's get Book of Daniel chapter 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone shall be found that shall be found written in the book. You see? So a time as never was since there was a nation. Okay? So yeah, he's right. We bring this out often. The time that's coming like never before, man. Okay? And we through the Spirit know exactly what that entails. Okay? And we constantly bring it out through our lessons, our videos, our camps. All right? Martial law will be in full effect. Okay? Civil war. Right? The list goes on.
Hopefully they back down and our men and women don't be shooting at each other. I don't want to see that, man. That's bad. That's really bad to put on the world right now. Like, we cannot have American men and women, soldiers, shooting at each other, bro. That cannot happen.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott refusing to give up control of the Texas border to federal officials, saying the state will not give federal agents full access to Shelby Park today. That ignores a deadline set by the Biden administration, which is today. Instead, Abbott is installing more razor wire following a Supreme Court order allowing federal agents to start removing it. Texas now receiving support from 25 Republican governors, all backing Governor Abbott's border actions, blaming the Biden administration for the crisis.
Now look at this. Now look at this, man. Look at how many states are backing Texas in this crisis, this border crisis that's going on. If you've ever seen the movie Bushwick, or if you haven't seen it, I first and foremost, I highly encourage you to go watch it, because there is a scene when John Batista, I forget I'm pretty sure that's his name, but Batista, he used to be a wrestler. I guess the girl that he's traveling with, she realized that her grandma dies, and she goes and finds her sister. Okay, and then she gets there, her sister's like, oh, she's high or whatever, and then next thing you know, there was a mercenary, someone, in like a militant person in all black, okay, that breaks in through her window, and they're tussling, fighting, or whatnot, and then the guy, John Batista, the main character, asked him, who did you work for? And he was pretty much saying that Texas broke off from the United States, and there were other countries that, other states that they found like a coalition or came together and bound and made some kind of militant group. And that was what was taking place. You see those mercenaries or those people out there, the militants out there shooting people, killing people. All right, man, doesn't that sound familiar to this? Texas trying to break off from the United States, okay? And you got these other states that are coming down in support by sending their National Guard. Hey, man, it's about to get like it says right here. It's getting ugly here, man. It's about to get ugly, man.
Former President Trump wants to take it one step further. He's now encouraging these states to deploy their National Guard troops to Texas to prevent illegal crossings. Trump's vowing that if he becomes president again, he's going to work with Abbott to seal the border. Writing, quote, Biden says let in those should not get comfortable because they will be going home. I want to bring in Texas Congressman Lieutenant Colonel Keith Self. Congressman, good morning.
You see? So, hey, man, it's about to get real nasty. Let me play this one as well.
Here's the truth, folks.
This is
Monthly donation
another. His name is Steve
$50,
Graham.
25 or even 10, starting.
All right. His name is Steve Graham, and he's interviewing the governor of Oklahoma. Okay, so we're gonna play this, and then we're gonna bring out the rest of the scriptures. Close out.
Razor wire as Governor Abbott of Texas asserts his state's right to defend itself against essentially an invasion. And as you can see on the big wall right there, 25 Republican governors are backing him, including, as you zoom in on Oklahoma, there he is, Kevin Stitt, the governor of Oklahoma. He's up on the big wall, and he's live right now from Oklahoma. Governor, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. Okay, so why have you and 23 or 24 other governors, all Republicans, said we're going to help Mr. Abbott out in Texas?
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple for us, for Oklahomans. I think for most Americans, this is just common sense. In Texas, there's 28 ports of entry, and it's already a federal law that it's illegal to enter anywhere but those points of entry. I mean, the last time I flew to Mexico, I had to land at an airport and show them my passport. And so the fact that the federal government, Biden, is cutting razor wire, it just makes no sense at all. And so, yes, we have the right to defend our country against invasion. And what else would you call it if you've got 6 million people coming through illegally?
No, exactly. And I know the former president, Donald Trump, has suggested to all the Republican governors out there, send members of your state's National Guard. In your case, Governor, it would be the Oklahoma National Guard. Send them down to Texas to help Greg Abbott. Are you going to do that?
Absolutely. You know, I've done it once before, and we're looking. I already talked to my TAG, my General Mancino. We've already started putting the numbers together. We'll be in contact with Governor Abbott. But, you know, we also need some common sense here. What is the Biden administration doing? Why would they talk about federalizing the Texas Guard? Why are they directing Border Patrol? The American people need to ask themselves, why are they directing the Border Patrol to cut razor wire?
Because there is an agenda behind their motive. Okay, there is an agenda behind their motive, and it goes into the prophecy, all right, of Nahum, the 3rd chapter. Okay, so let me just get it real quick, because I want to read it in the NLT, because it just really, you know, brings it to light, you know, breaks it down in a way that's easily comprehensible. So let me just bring this out real quick in Nahum, the 3rd chapter. And Salakia, bear with me. It says where the gates have been opened to your enemies. Okay, there we go. All right. Yep. I'll just start Nahum 3:12 in the NLT. It says, all your fortresses will fall. They will be devoured like the ripe figs that fall into the nation's mouth of those who shake the trees. Your troops will be as weak and helpless as women. The gates of your land will be open wide to the enemy and set on fire and burned. You see? You look at that, man. If you could imagine, if you seen Bushwick and you imagine that scene when they going through the city and you see people dropping like flies left and right. Okay. Hey, man, this is the time that we in. It says, get ready for the siege. All right. Let's look up the word siege for edification's sake, man. It says siege, enclosure, siege, and treatment. All right. Rampart, it says something hemming, a siege, figuratively distress, or subjectively a fastness, besiege, bulwark, defense, fence, fortress, siege, stronghold, or tower. All right. It didn't really give a very descriptive definition, but it says, get ready for the siege, store up water, strengthen the defenses, go into the pits, trample clay and pack it into molds, making the bricks to repair the walls. But the fire will devour you. The sword will cut you down. The enemy will consume you like locusts, devouring everything they see. There will be no escape, even if you multiply like swarming locusts. Okay? You see, look at that. It says the enemy will consume you, right? Who is our enemies? Those who are invading within the borders of Babylon, man. Okay? You got, people from different nations that are coming in. All right? You think they care about these simple Babylonians over here, man? No, man. They're getting their lick back. You see? They've been given the green light to do whatever the hell they want to over here. Whatever happens, okay, that everybody's been preparing for, mind you, okay, the bunkers, you see, where the rich, okay, the celebrities are going to go crawling under, all right, when all this does happen, all right, the sat phones that the senators got, don't forget about those. Okay, the talk about the wars, the nukes, and all of that. The grid going down potentially, causing the famine of the word. Okay. Whatever happens, man, this is going to allow these people to do as they will. It says your merchants have multiplied until they outnumber the stars, but like a swarm of locusts, they strip the land and fly away. Your guards and officials are also like swarming locusts that crowd together in the hedges on a cold day, but like locusts, they fly away when the sun comes. All right, it's just kind of. But let me get another one. Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, around the 30th verse. Yep, this is Jeremiah 51 and 30. Her mightiest, in NLT, her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks. Their courage gone. They have become like women. The invaders, here we go, once again. The invaders have burned the houses and broken down the city gates. Look at that, man. If this couldn't depict it any clearer, I don't know what to tell you, man. It says the news is passed from one runner to the next as the messengers hurried to tell the king that his city has been captured. That his city has been captured. His state, Texas, Arizona, whatever, man. Because they're really going throughout all the United States and all the different states, But this is what they're going to be running back, telling their governors, their mayors, their president. You see? Let me read that again. The news is passed from one runner to the next as the messengers heard to tell the king that his city has been captured. All the escape routes are blocked. The marshes have been set aflame and the army is in panic. All the escape routes are blocked. Does that not sound familiar? Let's get the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Come on now. You can't make this up. It's written for a reason. This is the book of 2nd Ezra. I'm going to start at verse 14. Now, I've been bringing this out a lot, man. Okay, but hey, we still going to bring it out. We're not going to stop. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. What are the modern day sword? Their guns, their weapons, okay? Their tanks, their planes with bombs and stuff on them. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions stand in their power. You see, so now that we're witnessing this invasion happening, this precept, this scripture, this chapter is coming to life. Okay, we can actually envision this taking place now because we're seeing it happen. You see, the Lord is allowing us to see this stuff, man. Let's get that. Isaiah 42 and 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. In the NLT, it says, everything I prophesied has come true. And now I will prophesy again. I will tell you the future before it happens. See, the Lord told us that what was going to happen by way of his prophecies, of his scriptures. But now it's been declared to us that, man, this is it. This is it. This is the beginning of this prophecy, right? And to further prove it, let's keep reading. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Didn't we just read that in Jeremiah 51? Let's go back. Jeremiah, because I want to reread that part. Jeremiah 51 and verse 32. All escape routes are blocked. The marshes have been set aflame and the army is in panic. Right? Right? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Why are they going to be afraid? Because you're going to have men that are out here giving no FUCKs, man. Not giving a damn about your feelings. Not giving a damn about if you got a family. You got men that are sitting at the border right now that's going to have their way with these ingrates, man. These 2/3, these heathens. They're ready. We're ready, man. They're waiting for this to happen. And that's why it's our job to give the warning, man. Sound the alarm. Wake up. Wake up, because it's here, man. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, for because of their pride of the city shall be troubled. How are they going to be troubled? Because people aren't going to be out here like they are right now, man. People are going to be stuck in their houses. And even if they are stuck in their houses, these troops are going to be driving down their streets, okay? And busting in people's doors, shooting up people's houses, doing as they will. And unless you have the Lord, unless you have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, you're done for, man. You're done. It says the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Even grown men are going to be afraid. These big buff bodybuilders, football players, athletes, celebrities, going to be scared shitless, man. That's why it says in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, it says, why do I see men like women, like holding their, holding their loins like a woman in travail, man? You see? Why do I see grown-ass men being terrified, in fear, and in pain? Reading on, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see? Great tribulation. And that's what the Lord is bringing, man. Let's go back to this.
Makes no sense. This is beyond politics. I just don't understand what's happening.
Right. You know what? You just touched on an important point. I'm going to bring that up. There are a number of Democrats who are calling on President Biden. You know what you need to do? You need, as you just mentioned, you need to federalize the Texas National Guard. What that means is then no longer is Greg Abbott their boss. They are working for the Commander-in-Chief, Mr. Biden. Have you thought this through? If you send your Oklahoma National Guard down there and a bunch of other states send them down there, all Joe Biden has to do is federalize all of them. Next thing you know, they are doing essentially support work for the Border Patrol, who are down there right now just trying to process the invasion of migrants. Your National Guard could be working for Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I've been on the border. I've talked to the border agents. Even the border agents themselves are scratching their head. But these are good Americans, and they're trying to obey their boss. But they don't agree with that policy either. And of course, the National Guard soldiers, they're Texans and they're Oklahomans and they're Tennessee folks, and these are just Americans, and they don't like what's going on. So you would really be putting our soldiers in a tough situation to protect their states just to appease some administration that has a political agenda. That's the only possible explanation, is they're wanting to nationalize and get a bunch of voters in that they think is going to swing elections. That's the only logical explanation, and it's absolutely illogical to think that we have leaders that are more focused on the next election instead of doing what's right for America.
And here's a map of all the states that are supporting Texas. And this battle, and the list includes Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Now, Vermont Governor Phil Scott is the only Republican governor who did not sign onto the statement to support Governor Greg Abbott. And here's a look at one of the articles that came.
So you get the idea. That was pretty much the point. Let me bring out one more scripture in the book of Luke. Luke, the 12th chapter, verse 49. And it reads, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. And that's what the Lord is bringing, man. Dividing America, splitting it in two. Okay, Egyptian against Egyptian. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and with that, I'd like to give our honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Quadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings to the hopeful elect, and until next time, Shalom.